Hey hungry people, I'm Holden Sherman and I just interviewed Sam Solomon, the owner of the Spotted Duck in Painchaud, New York, where I got to try ice cream made with duck eggs. Let's take a bite. Let's dig into this interview too. So, obviously we talk about duck eggs and ice cream, and a lot of ways that's the lead about this place.
Yeah.
I'm staring at a bunch of ducks right now. Why duck eggs?
So duck eggs have a bigger yolk and they have a higher viscosity than chicken eggs. So they create a creamier and richer custard. Like sometimes we're asked, does the ice cream taste like duck eggs? And it's not so much of a taste that's added by the duck eggs as it is a texture and a creaminess, and that helps to make the ice cream stand out much more from others. So that's because of the duck eggs.
I was telling people I was doing this story, they'd be excited, curious, and confused a lot of the times, afraid of, the idea of using duck eggs in ice cream. What would you say to those people who hear that initially and might have that feeling of like, oh, I don't want to try something new?
I would say a lot of people don't know that regular ice cream has chicken eggs. So I would tell them, not to be afraid in any way. Like I said, there's no taste difference to our ice cream. It's really increasing creaminess and better texture than your regular chicken egg ice cream. So I would tell them to come on down and give it a try, and I can say with a good amount of confidence that they will be very happily surprised.
Speaking of taste, how you kind of make your ice cream, your standard custard, right? What kind of goes into it?
I mean, at a base level, it's just milk, eggs, sugar, and cream. Like we don't use any stabilizers, we don't use any gums, there's no high fructose corn syrup. We stay away from what most of our industry uses across the board. When it comes to finding new flavors, like we literally look around. So I drive every day past this farm stand up the road called Reed Road Farm Stand. It's super popular here, and they are really famous for their sweet corn. So I talked to our ice cream maker. She was totally on board with it. So we had a sweet corn ice cream on the menu for 3 weeks, made with corn from just a few miles up the road. And so when it comes to flavor development, we are so fortunate to be in one of the richest agricultural regions in the whole country, and that provides us with a ton of ingredients to play around with.
You talk about, sourcing your ingredients locally. How does the community kind of appreciate that? How does that build your brand? Not necessarily just in Painchaud, but to the area of Central New York.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot to the community to have businesses that support other local businesses, right? So I think the community supports us in part because we support them.
In the, in the winter time when you guys aren't open as much and there's more time to go to the drawing board, how do you guys, prepare for the upcoming season? Do you guys try to keep like a consistent 5 or 6 flavors that are always there? Do you like to rotate it? What kind of goes into the drawing board process a lot of the time?
I mean, we're always looking at new flavors that we can make in season. We do take some time off because it's like a marathon of a season for 5 or 6 months. So we take a break, then we come back refreshed, looking at okay, what ingredients did we take in this year? Are there any farms around that maybe we didn't look at that are making other ingredients that we've never played with? It's a lot of business development, recipe development, kind of a mix of those.
Is it a long process to decide that you're gonna roll out a new flavor?
Some we talk about longer than others. Some, my ice cream maker and I will sit down and we're both like immediately on the same page. We're like, okay, yeah, we're doing that, and then she'll look into like the exact ingredients that she wants to source for it.
I know a lot of ice cream places, they will they won't do certain flavors at times of the year based on like seasonality and stuff like that. A lot of the times, is it fair to say when you're importing produce, you don't have as much control as someone who necessarily?
Oh yeah, I mean we only serve our strawberry rhubarb ice cream in strawberry season. We're asked for it all year long, and I could go get strawberries at the store, but it's not supporting local, and it's not eating seasonally, like you said, which the best ingredients come when they're the freshest, you know?
I like that feeling when I go to an ice cream shop and something makes my eyes open, right? And it's not just like a bunch of M&Ms, some Skittles thrown in. Like, it's something that I'm like, whoa.
I mean, an example of that is like cookies and cream ice cream is historically made with Oreos.
Yeah.
We call our cookies and cream real cookies and cream because we actually use real chocolate chip cookies with a recipe that the previous owner spent like 7 years working on perfecting this chocolate chip cookie recipe. We sell cookies every day for cookie sandwiches or our Cookie Monster Sundae, and then whatever we don't sell gets chopped up and put into the cookies and cream. So that's why we call it real cookies and cream. There's no waste.
Yeah.
And we don't use, like you're saying, like what the rest of the industry uses, which is just Oreos for, which, you know, if you look at the ingredient list of Oreos, it's not the best.
They're vegan though.
They are vegan. That is true.
A lot of places, you know, I've worked at ice cream shop before, easy to waste. Very, very, very easy to waste. You were just talking about how you save some of the cookies, you know, for the Sunday. How do you guys kind of deal with waste?
We looked at every way in our business that we can limit waste. So we have a compost bin along with our other recycling and trash bins. Most ice cream shops will serve you your ice cream in plastic or a cardboard container with a plastic spoon. Pretty much everything we serve, unless you specifically ask for it to go, is in a metal glass dish. Or if you do ask for it to go, you get a compostable spoon with a compostable dish. So we are trying to be the most sustainable that we can be in every aspect of our service.
Obviously last summer, you know, is it fair to say the business changed a little bit?
Absolutely.
So obviously last summer, TikToker Cohen Thompson went around the United States trying ice cream all 50 places in the country, well, all 50 states in the country. Mm-hmm. He voted Spotted Duck #1. How did that kind of change the business and changed your life since?
Yeah, it completely changed the business. I mean, from the time that first video went live where he gave us a 9.7, from the time that he did actually vote us #1, we saw an immediate increase in business. I think it was mid-July that we were, you know, crowned the champion. And from that point on, for the next 6 weeks, we had a line. You saw where we ordered. It's on the other side of the building here. The line would wrap around the building and go all the way. You can see the backside of that sign right by that tree.
Yeah.
That's where you would get in line to order ice cream. So people were waiting an hour plus just to order their ice cream here, which is something that we had never experienced. It created quite a bit of challenges on the service side because it kind of happened so quickly that we weren't able to, you know, hire and train a bunch of new people on the fly. We started to close every day from 5 to 6 because our staff, we needed to give our staff time to eat and sit down and take a break in the middle of that craziness because, you know, 9 hours of nonstop service is unsustainable for anyone, especially 6 weeks straight. So we did have to make some changes, but we're so grateful. I mean, Cohen really helped to put us on the map, and we're still seeing the residual effects of that in this year's business.
What did that kind of teach you as a business owner about like the new climate of the world and how just in instance you can be reached by millions of people?
Yeah, it definitely, like, I'm almost 30, so TikTok, it's not really, I'm a little bit beyond TikTok age-wise. It kind of taught me that TikTok can seriously blow up. So I guess I learned more about the power of TikTok and YouTube because that's where Cohen is most known.
I love about ice cream too is it's not a food that people always have strong opinions on it, but no one has bad opinions on it for the most part. And I think this can be a place like Spotted Duck, but ice cream can be a sphere, a world, where we all can still get along. But it's something that kind of just brings a smile to people's face.
Yeah, I mean, we always joke like ice cream is never going out of style. We just got to keep making the best ice cream, and it should go all right for us.
When someone's leaving here, what do you want them to kind of take away? Like what's that emotion that you kind of want?
The biggest thing I want them to take away is the value in eating a product that is so clean and made so fresh. You don't have to eat a product that is full of things that aren't good for you. You know, like there are other options, and we try to be that option for people that want it. You know,
working in news and media, you've got a lot of long days that you start a day with a project, and a lot of days you end with a project. With making ice cream, it seems like it's like a never-ending process. You've got your ducks, you've got people, you've got ice cream to scoop. Where does that kind of like satisfaction of like the job is done or I'm doing this right kind of come in for you?
I mean, it comes in, like you said, when the people drop off their jars and they tell us it's the best ice cream they've ever had, or they say they drove 5 hours and they would 100% do it again. Like, that's where the satisfaction really comes in for us. Seeing all of our repeat customers that come, like some who literally come every single day to get ice cream. You know, seeing them and the fact that they continue to return is such a testament to what we're serving.
Where's the Spotted Duck going 3 years from now? 4 years from now, what does this place look like?
Yeah, we'd like to have at least one more location, very likely in Rochester, because Penyan, where we're located, there's like 5,000-6,000 residents. It's so small. There's so many people who want to have an experience like we're offering here, but it's just too far away for them to get to. So we'd like to move towards an area that's not very far away, because we want to maintain our localness. In Rochester, 1 hour away, they do have a connection to this area. And so that's kind of our natural next place, I think, to open up a shop. And then from there, we'd like to get into shipping nationally and see where it takes us.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much, Sam, for your time. Make sure to check out College Eats on Instagram at SU College Eats and on TikTok at College Eats SU. Stay hungry, people.